A very good morning and welcome to the video of this week. It's Sunday this morning. I'm going to Ilse in Gouda from Wolschatten and we're gonna chat together and I think we will be crafty too. But I wanted to show you this tablecloth today. I'm still decorating the home for Easter. Easter is very late this year, end of April. But yeah, I can't wait for spring, and since the sun is out a lot this month, and I live in the flower district in Holland, so there's a lot of flower bulbs which are blooming at the moment. The Keukenhof will open on the 1st of April. So a lot of flowers are coming up due to the nice weather, especially daffodils at the moment. And since I walk the dog a lot, I pick up flowers which are broken, pulled out by other people, run over by dogs, if they are not damaged that much. And yesterday I went to a different road, because when I drove my car into Lisse, I saw that a lot of daffodils there are blooming, and I know a lot of people walk their dog there too. And I picked up a couple of new ones as well, because I like the flowers there. They have creamy ones over on that side. It's always a big happening here in Lisse. I think a lot of people think about where which flowers should be. And since I am between the highway and the Keukenhof, this is one of the routes all the buses and tourists will take into the Keukenhof to see the flower and the flower fields. Hi, Corky. Well, the street there is decorated with a lot of flowers, which is nice. But I wanted to show you this Easter tablecloth. My mum has a German friend who has been cleaning up, and she got rid of this one. And it's handmade, and it's just gorgeous. So I wanted to show you that. I'm going to put it on the table so we can enjoy it a lot, not only with Easter, because it's such a beautiful piece. And then I'm going to walk Corky this morning. Hey, Cork. My parents live in the same street as I do, and this is a sculpture my mum made with mosaic. And then I went to Ilse. Her son makes these drawings of race circuits, and he does it very precisely, and these are very, very tiny. And he even draws the houses and the trees. And they are all the same size, and he keeps them in this folder. You can see at the size of my fingers how small they are. And this one even has a flap open because the circuit goes under a building. He looks them up on Google, then enlarges them and then draws them on scale. I needed some more colors because I finished some, and she has lovely pastel colors. We also chatted, of course, a lot. Always nice to catch up with friends. But if you're looking for a nice needle felt wool, this is a good brand, and it comes in very many varieties of colors and in different portion sizes as well. Watch TV when you fill up your car. Oh, oh, oh. What's the world coming to? I've made one of these Easter, decorations for Winfried as well, my other school. And the school fruit for this week were these radishes, huge ones, and big apples. But I don't know of any kid which likes a radish raw. So I need to look for somebody who would like to cook them up and then give it away, because I don't like spilling food. One of the kids was celebrating their birthday, and this was the treat: chips and hamburgers, but they were all sweet. And here is Pien having her facial done with a face mask, and Corky not knowing who it is on the bench. He knows she smells like Pien, but she doesn't look like Pien.
Je mag het stevig natrekken, maar niet inkleuren. Heel goed. Ja, goed. Ja. Als we straks naar het museum gaan, dan zullen we zien dat die vorm heel verschillend kan uitzien, terwijl het dezelfde beweging is. Dan merk je dat sommige heel rond. Ik wil nog even wat woord.
Hier is het een beetje vast. Probeer dan een beetje dat stuk. Ik kan het niet zo.
Deze bol zit op
En gewoon te knuffelen.
Ja, deze bol zit.
Dus hij maakt een werkje.
Dus deze bol zit op een
Werkje.
Ja, eindelijk. Hij is hiervan.
Jij maakt toch bijvoorbeeld een gatenkaas? Nee, een gatenkoestoekje.
Voor die zeker. Ja, maar die zijn grijze.
Oh, nu moet ik weer beginnen met een nieuwe pen.
Dit is?
Die is van Ella volgens. Ja, dat was toen we op de BSO waren.
Wat een vrolijke kleur.
Kijk,
maar dan heb ik dus een paar breder.
Maar echt zo. Maar ik vind het haar lekker. Groen. Dus mag ik.
Nee, hij is helemaal klaar. Dan ben jij wat breien. Oh ja, nee, je breidt breien met deze hand of met de andere? Je breidt gewoon zo, ja.
Ik draag gewoon met allebei, want hoe kan je...
Weet je, sommige mensen kunnen breien en een boek lezen zonder naar...
Ja.
Mijn oma, een oom.
Kun je ook een dier maken en dan daar weer dat je een slaapzak voor een dier maakt.
Ik maak een eigen deken voor mezelf.
Dan moet je nog wel even doorbreien. Nee, dan moet je heel snel je breiwerk pakken en heel snel gaan breien.
Ik maak een mier. Een groene mier.
Dat ga ik toch niet doen.
The children at school are getting along nicely with their knitting. I have a very good grandma who's always helping. And on the other day with the other teacher, they made onion soup and wrote the recipe in their, what do you call it? I don't know the word in English at the moment. When I got home, Tibbe and Joey were cooking again. Today they made stampot,
Wat ga je
which
vandaag
is a
koken?
typical Dutch meal with mashed potato
Champignonsoep met
and some
pasta.
veggies and a
Champignonsoep met
sausage on
pasta.
top.
Oké, lekker.
Ja, we maken zelf nu champignonsoep.
Stampot andijvie.
Oh ja,
Met
lekker.
worst. Toch?
En spekjes.
Ik ga even de
Nee.
hond doen.
Want we waren goed voorbereid.
Dan zie ik jullie strakjes.
Yes.
Tot strakjes.
Tot morgen.
Moet je werken?
Nee.
It's again lovely weather. I'm outside without a coat even. And a lot of flowers are starting to bloom. The sun is shining and it's nice and warm. So trying to enjoy the last hours of sunshine. And when I was walking, I have to zoom in. I saw a kingfisher or icebird. I've never seen this live or outside before, even in all the countries I've lived. And then there was just one over here. Can you see it sitting on the edge? A gorgeous bird, and it fishes, it dives into the water for fish. I think it's called a kingfisher. And today at Winford, I'm going to drive this bus to gymnastics or PE. All the children
van de week
fit in
met de andere juf
and
uiensoep
my
gemaakt. En
headmistress
daarvoor
will
hebben ze
drive by
het
car and take a
opgeschreven
few
in
as
een
well.
periodeschrift.
But since this is a very
samen
old
met
car,
juf
I need
Ella
to check
hebben
the
ze,
oil before
daar
we
gewerkt
go
en
every
juf
time.
Judith.
It's not a
Nou,
very
en hier
hard
zijn we weer
chore to
thuis.
do, but
Daar is
it
Tibbe weer aan
needs
het
to be done
koken met
because she
Joey.
needs
Vandaag
oil.
wordt het stampot.
And I say
En,
she
het is
because
altijd leuk om
she's
die
called
twee in de
Winnie
keuken
and she's
bezig
very
te
old.
zien.
She's out of the same birth year as I am. So just checking the oil before we go, because if I don't and there is none in there, then the engine will fail.
Of zit hier de motor achterin?
Ja, dat is omdat het een oude auto is. Zo. Hij is nog daar. Zo.
Je vingers, Mink.
Jongens, kijk nou. Nog nooit in het beeld gezien. Er zit gewoon een ijsvogel. Daar doof je dat op uit het
We gaan
water.
dood.
Wacht, ik moet even inzoomen. Hoor. Moment.
Waarom liggen alle geen vier hier op? Die maakt vaak uit 15 seconden. En gisteren met paardrijden, toen ging ik met draven hier met standaard paardbrood. Dat is een wit paard. En
Spoorde je hem niet genoeg aan?
ja, wel, dat wel.
Wel, wat
Maar een spelletje doen. Als ze go in draf gaan, het is vaak een spel.
And during gym, which is given by a PE teacher, I always knit. I took my mood bag along today with a couple of projects in there. The Easter bunnies, of course, but today I wanted to work on my top because I really want to finish that one. And so I proceeded with that one. Look, a lovely color brown. I like the pattern, and now it's just a question of time until I finish it. And I can't wait to wear this because it fits really nice. Then it was time to drive Winnie back to Winford. She has no help with steering, and this is the manual. So if you get to drive her, you have to read this first about the climate control and where to put your phone so you can actually drive. Today, 2 of the children of my school are coming to stay with me for a night at home, a sleepover. So these are all the bags, just waiting for them to get into the car, and then we'll have some fun at home. Here they are preparing the snack box, and I'm making For dinner, we had pizza. One of the mums said, well, if you're going to let them sleep over, I'm going to deliver some dinner. So then I said, well, then JD may choose what we are going to have for dinner, and she chose pizza. So we are having dinner here, and after that we made the bed, and of course Corky slept with them and got loads and loads of cuddles before the lights went out. The next day at school, we started with painting some pieces of paper. I need them for another craft project with these same kids. and we all need a blue one and a red one. The blue one will be a skyline for a different project, and the red one we will be turning into ladybugs next week. So they all had to wet their pieces of paper and then paint it red or blue. Or no, one red and one blue.
Ik ga eerst beginnen met je lichtbrood. Met je rotsachtig. En daarna
Wat moet ik doen? Gooi er een haar op mijn Dat was voor mij ook.
Iemand mij zat er ook bij.
Eerst een lijn.
Wat? School? Nee. Vervelend.
Kwartje.
Nee, het is blauw.
Ik zou ook maar in het water klaar gaan. Ja, omdat wij al klaar zijn. Als jullie niet klaar zijn, dan zijn Roos is al klaar.
Nee, maar ik niet.
Dit zie ik meer als een unicorn.
Ik zie het.
Ja, ben je al bijna klaar?
Misschien zijn er wel.
At the Waldorf school, the children don't use, or they have clay, but instead of Play-Doh, they use beeswax. And they are very good at making really, really tiny scenes with this. I don't know what the subject was here. I think something to do with trees and spring. My colleague did it. Yeah, and I'm always amazed at what they make. Grade 3 did a play today about Joseph and his brothers. And this is the setup. We are also a green school, so all the plants are growing on the playground area outside. And we had a visitor in class today as well, which was Pablo. He's this albino king's python. He's a snake that wrangles. No, he strangles his enemies. And this one is one of the 4 snakes this lady has. Carlijn, she's called. And of course, he just had a meal. And then she took him to school in a bag, sitting on a hot water bottle. And she told us all about him. And the children were allowed to come up close and have a look at Pablo. And if they wanted to, they were allowed to touch him as well. So that was a very special visit for us today.
Thuis een kwartet over dieren en daar zit een plaatje en daar zeggen ze dat de slang in het midden poept. Dat hij zo in het midden het vel open gaat.
Oh ja, hij heeft hier aan de onderkant maakt, heeft hij een soort van poepgaatje.
Ja, en daar komen zijn eitjes ook uit.
Ook eitjes, ja. Dus de drolletjes zien er een beetje uit als kattendrolletjes.
Zoek naar iemand. Naar wie is hij op zoek?
Naar mij.
Ja, deze.
Stel je even op de grond, dat mag wel.
Nee, kijk,
Ja hoor.
Hij moest die bij je laten slingeren en opeten. Hij is ook naar mij. Kijk, hij kijkt naar mij. En als ik stress heb, daar voelt hij een beetje hetzelfde naar.
Ja.
Wil je hem ook?
Ja.
Ja.
We hadden toch een keer daar een muis gezien?
Ja.
Ja. En toen het duf ging weg.
Nee.
Ja, ik ook.
Er zijn nog slang in. Ik zie niks in. Ik heb niks gezien.
Gaat hij bij zijn kruik?
Gaat hij weer bij zijn kruikje.
Hij vindt het gezellig met alle kinderen. Ja. Hij is ook lief in. Mogen we hem niet als huisdier?
This is near the school, and on the street sign somebody has made all these little figurines. So here you see a snail and a little man sitting there. And here is one hanging on an old flagpole. And this is a cup with flowers. It's interesting if you look at the details in the streets what you might find. So I like this kind of street art. At home, I changed the winter scene into the spring one. So King Winter or King Frost is in the cupboard until next year. And I took away the white and added some green bunnies. And Mother Earth, you see, has been made by Ilse from Wolschatten. And the bunnies in the branch above are by Pien Textor, who I did the workshop with a couple of weeks ago. And I know she sells them. So if you are looking for lovely figures for your seasonal table, these two ladies are definitely some worth to look at and ask them if they can make you something special. Hello, it's been a while since I've worked on my temperature blanket, which this is. I wanted to do it only in the month of January, but I ended up doing it also in February. It's funny to see how the temperatures went from really low, minus
Bij het
0
Obi-plein
to,
waar ik
really
werk
high. We've
zijn
even
dit
had
soort
15
straatnaambordjes en er
degrees.
heeft iemand grappige
And it's funny to
dingetjes
see all
opgemaakt.
those
Hier een
colours
slak,
back in
een
the stripes of
poppetje,
the blanket.
hier zit een mannetje.
It's not a real blanket. It's a bit shorter since I've only done 2 months.
En hier hangt iemand aan
which
een
was
oude
fine for me.
vlaggenpaal. Als je goed oplet zie je
So
een
this is
hoop.
how it ended up.
Op dit oude, ja ik weet niet wat het is,
Sometimes I had a
staat een
day
beker met
with the
bloemetjes.
same temperature. Like
Zo
you can see
grappig.
here, a purple stripe, and here's another one. But mostly I had to change
Ik heb
every
dit
day,
hoekje in mijn huis vandaag
the
ook weer
color.
aangepast naar de
I chose
lente.
for purple and
Dus al
browns,
het witte van de sneeuw is
which I
weg
like,
en er ligt nu groen
together
en
in the
haasjes.
in
Het
the
mooie
blanket. It's
houten
not a very
hoort
wide
eigenlijk in een
one,
lichtje
because it sits
paneeltje.
on the,
Heeft Pien
end of
gemaakt,
a
Pien Textor.
one-person bed.
Net als de haasjes die je zo meteen in de
Or,
tak
on
ziet
your
staan.
lap when you sit
En die
on the
mooie
couch
moeder aarde
and,
is
you
van
want it a bit
Ilse van
warmer.
Wolschatten.
Or maybe when
Mocht
one
je
of
ook
the dogs
figuurtjes
comes to
zoeken
visit,
voor
I
je
put it on
seizoenstafel, dan
the
raad ik
couch.
die twee
I
zeker
don't know
aan.
yet. You could even use it in
Kijk,
the
schattige
car.
haasjes, ook eekhoorn.
But this is enough for me. 2 months is fine.
En ook wat eieren,
thought
bloemetjes. Die
about
kun je nu op
doing
het moment bij de
March,
Sustrene
then,
Grenen
no,
halen.
just, February,
En
because I've got
dagelijks
too many
verse
other
bloemen.
projects going on, like the Easter bunnies and my tops, which I really want to do more than this one. So this I'm going to finish and then use it. I am crocheting it with the Ulrika yarn, which I got from Edna. I really like the colors, and it's a nice yarn to knit with. I'm also going to try and make some bunnies with the leftovers, and it's fully wool. Let's see who this is. Sorry about that. That was the post. So yeah, I like how it turned out. It might be a picnic blanket, or Pien also asked to have it on her bed. So I'm going to finish the edge, and then I'll go and add a scalloped edge as well, because I like round shapes. And then it's another project finished for me. Then I can proceed with the Easter bunnies, or the, itching my nose, or the tops. How is your temperature blanket going? If you've started one, can you keep up every day? Or do you do it like me, only in the weekends? afternoon I'm going to spend knitting on my Remy camisole, which is nearly finished, as you can see. It's a little cropped to my taste at the moment, so I still need to add a few inches. But other than that, it's finished, and I think it will look really nice with a flower. Maybe I will do some embroidery on it. I'm not sure yet. I do hope you enjoyed this video, because this is the end as well. Don't forget to subscribe. That's completely free, and then you get a little notification if the next video is up. It's not compulsory, but I just thought I'd mention it. I do hope you have a lovely evening, and see you next week. I hope to have this one finished. I might get it done today. Maybe I need a little bit of tomorrow, but it should be finished next week.